Hey guys, welcome to part 2 to my testimony. So I opened the door, and when I see this lady, she's standing in front of the houses. And I'm like, okay, she looked creepy. She had on a white thing on her head, and she had on white clothes. And she just stood there. I didn't see nobody else stood in front of the houses, but she was the only one that stood there, and she was just watching me. And I pushed my sister back in, and I said, we're not going outside here to the no. And I closed the door, and I was closing out, and I said, okay, y'all, let's go back to practice. And I took her hand, and we went back to the line to practice. But everybody else had on black. I didn't take that for nothing, and we started to sing. And when we started to sing, I started to cough. I started coughing like crazy. And I'm like, why am I coughing? All of a sudden, that itch came in my dream. And I was like, I started to cough, and I was coughing, and I was coughing, and I couldn't control it. And I was coughing. I told my sister, let's go. I can't stay for practice. I gotta go. And I'm walking out, and I'm holding her, but I'm coughing. All of a sudden, y'all, I start vomiting. I start vomiting. Green things just kept coming out of my mouth. Green vomit. It kept coming out my stomach. And it was like an overflow of a rainfall, because it didn't want to stop. It kept coming out. I got in front of the church, and I opened the door, and then I came out the parkway, and it was still coming out my throat. It was still coming out my throat. It was like so much of a green, like poison or something. I don't know. It was just like disgusting. I was like, what the hell, green stuff coming out of my stomach, out of my throat for? And then but it kept coming out. And then I remember I just woke up in a dream. And when I woke up in a dream, y'all, I was coughing like I was choked in real life. Like I could have felt everything that was going on. I woke up to coughing like crazy. And I was coughing, and while I'm coughing, I'm choking. And I told my husband, because he woke up, he heard me coughing. He said, what's wrong with you? And I said, Ronald, pray. Because I thought she was like an evil spirit that came and get me. I don't know. And I just said, pray, Ronald. Open up your mouth. It was like 3 a.m. Pray, Ronald, pray. And then he started to pray, and I was praying. And I was like, devil, you have no power against me. Devil, you cannot stand before me. Oh, the Bible says he gave me power and dominion to step on scorpions. Oh, and serpents, you cannot stand in front of me. I'm not afraid of you. And I'm praying, y'all. And while I'm telling my husband to pray, I saw a spirit of an ugly thing that just came out of my body. This is real life, y'all. That's how you know the spirit world is real. When I seen that spirit, and instead of me being so frightened, and I knew in real life I probably would have been frightened, but at that moment, I had a power in me that was so powerful. I was not even afraid. I seen the spirit like come out of my body. Like it was coming out of, I seen it, y'all, and I'm not paranoid or nothing. I seen that thing come out of me. And then I started, and then the cough. And I was coughing, and I was coughing. And then all of a sudden I said, I need to go get medicine. I'm coughing like crazy. And all of a sudden I just started praying hard. I prayed with intensity. I prayed. And then the cough just stopped. It stopped. And y'all, I was so freaked out. Because I felt so weak. I was, because in the dream I was vomiting so much. I felt so weak, y'all. I was freaked out. I prayed about it. I didn't tell my mama the dream because I'm Haitian American, so I didn't want to describe her the dream. I didn't want to frighten her. And I told my sister, I said, we got to pray. And she was like crying about the dream, whatever. She said, God, freed you and stuff like that. And it's not when I was telling my mama, I said, I believe. I don't know if anybody else could have a different interpretation, but the way I interpreted it, like that white lady was like an angel who came to free me, because I was asking the Lord. I was telling him that I don't want to worship no more because I feel like that's what you're telling me. And if that's what you're telling me, let me know. So when she came that night, she didn't say anything to me. But ever since then, guys, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't need water to do the service anymore. I could worship. And the crazy part is I would still go to practice with like bottles of water because I was so used to it. But I realized that I really didn't need it. I didn't have that anxiety that I used to have. And I remember before that even thing happened, the new church that I was going to came and prayed for me. And while they was praying for me, I felt like the lady felt like there was a lot of spirits in my house. And she was like, have your old pastor, did they ever come to pray for you in your house? And I went, nah, he don't believe in stuff like that. He said that's baby stuff. And she's like, okay. She said, I need you to bring me the anointed oil. And they anointed my whole house. They prayed and they anointed without me even asking. This is y'all, this is God. I didn't ask for no prayers. I didn't ask for nothing. I just felt like I was keep getting sick going to practice. So I basically wanted to stop even coming to church. And all of a sudden she called my husband. She said, we're going to have a prayer at your house. Could we come and pray for you? And my God, it was so profound. It was so powerful. And I realized that I was giving somebody, and I don't know who it was, but the Lord will deal with you. Somebody poisoned me. In the church that I was going to, I was poisoned. I was a victim to witchcraft in my church. And that's how I explained the dream. That's why I couldn't worship. And that's why me and my pastor had fell apart. I was a victim to witchcraft because of the love that I had for my pastor and the love that he had for me. He saw something in me, and that's why it really broke my heart, because when nobody believed in me, that man believed in me. And I always tell anybody, I don't care what flaws he had, that man believed in me, and he had faith in me, and he saw me in his vision. But something happened. Something happened. All of a sudden, he just, and I wasn't that person anymore. And I was the evil person. I was the trespasser. And I became victimized to witchcraft. And I thought witchcraft could never hit me because I ain't born in Haiti or nothing. I was born and raised in little Haiti. But I never thought, like, guys, there's nowhere that spirits can't travel. So we, as Christians, you have to guard your heart. You have to be in prayer constantly. Let me tell y'all something. You know, it was scary because I felt like they were my family, and I trusted them. I trusted them. And to this day, and I'm going to tell you the truth, I don't think my pastor did anything negative to me. I felt like witchcraft was involved that led him to not, you know, feeling me no more, like, you know, as his child. Witchcraft was involved, and, you know, when it comes to hate and jealousy, because he saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself, y'all. I didn't even see in myself that I could have been, you know, I just thought I was a regular worshiper trying, because, you know, I ain't no Tasha Cobb nothing. But as I was leaving, the process of leaving the church, and I did it so calmly and quiet, and the way it happened, what they had to say about me, who didn't never sit down and really talk to nobody. I really probably talked to 2 people in the church. It was always my pastor and another person, and my worship team, and another person that I really love. And I never really interacted with people. I wasn't too friendly.